I'm going to talk about how the teachers union is very much a part of what's going on right now, okay? So part of it is, you guys already heard about the California Healthy Youth Act. 51932B, this is kind of the entrapment code. The entrapment, because part of the law says that there is no opt-out of sexual orientation or gender identity. This is part of the code that's in there, and I'm a teacher in the Santa Ana Unified School District, and I'm a board member in Orange Unified School District, and when I got my letter in Santa Ana Unified School District, it says, you can opt out of everything, sex ed and HIV prevention, but you can't opt out of anything with gender identity or sexual orientation. A lot of districts have that in there. Now, because of the pushback and the opposition that's happened, the state superintendent, Tony Thurmond, did send out a press release after the framework was passed, kind of backpedaling a little bit, saying, I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. I mean, I feel like they're kind of backpedaling. They're afraid because they're like, wow, we didn't expect all this opposition. So, hey, good. I'm glad they're afraid. All right. Okay, so for the California Teachers Association, I want you to know where they stand. There's a website, californiasafeschools.org. It's on the steering committee is the ACLU and also the CTA. It says this, a question answer about opt-out, okay? It says, do parents have a constitutional right to prevent their children from receiving education in public schools on subjects they disapprove? And the answer, almost never. Parents do not have veto power over the content of public school instruction. If parents choose to place their children in public schools, parental rights are generally outweighed by the state's interest in educating students. If they elect to send their children to public schools, parents have very limited rights to prevent their children from receiving the entire range of instruction available in public schools. I'm not feeling very empowered as a parent right now. Are you? Let's look at the next one. Do parents have the right to notice about and to opt their children out of diversity education programs that include discussions of sexual orientation or other controversial topics? On the website, it says no. Instruction or materials that discuss gender, sexual orientation, or family life and do not discuss human reproductive organs and their function is not subject to the parental notice and opt-out laws. And they quote Ed Code 51932B. Now, I find it a little ironic that they say in the law, AB 329, that it is required to teach sex ed and HIV prevention in middle school once and in high school once. However, those two can be opted out of. They should have changed the lingo to say it's required to teach gender identity and sexual orientation because they're saying that you can't opt out of. So you need to push back on that. And this is the difficulty, is when you get into elementary grades, it says in AB 329 that it's optional, right? However, if a teacher decides to bring in one of these books, you know, that talks about the different genders, the law will support that teacher, and there is a policy called academic freedom that says teachers can use outside resources. So the teachers are backed by the law if they decide to do that.